Hey there, this is Ray with Ray's Guide. I've learned that with these new labor rules, you'll now be able to load your own ship rather than always have to pay those stevedores to do the job for increased profits. Now, some will say, hey, I didn't sign up to be a dock worker, and well, you don't have to. But hey, extra profits is extra profits, particularly if the rig you're pushing is fairly easy to load and unload fast, which is the point of this video. If you're fixing to take advantage of loading your own rigs, which ones will be fast and easy, and which ones aren't. So I'm going to take a look at the spaceships we most associate with cargoing and say which are winners in self-loading and which are not. So first of all, let's look at those of 10 SCU or less. Mostly what we're looking at here are wide rear ramps and a layout that can easily take in larger boxes. So the Pisces and the Cutter at 4 SCU are great choices. I'm less of a fan of the small drop-down cargo boxes like on the Mustang and small Origin ships, as they are hard to maneuver crates into. The Siouxland can handle 6 SCU, but they have to be 6 individual 1 SCU boxes loaded one at a time. On the other hand, the Avenger, again, will be an all-purpose favorite, as it has been all along, as the 8 SCU can be filled with just 2 4 SCU boxes. Now, in the under 50 SCU group, the Nomad is going to be very popular in that the 24 SCU open bed can be easily loaded from several directions and even has a ship-based tractor beam, although a handheld tractor will be just as useful. The grid layout of 3x4x2, so a pair of 8 SCU boxes and 4 double boxes will fill it up quick. The drop-down cargo trays that are difficult to use on the smaller ships become a little more useful on the larger ships. The 400i has 42 SCU, but because the grid dimensions are 3x7x2, the largest box you can use is the 24 SCU box, and then you have to use a bunch of smaller boxes around it. The Cutlass Black has the advantage of 3 doors to load into, but the disadvantage of having an awkward-shaped cargo grid layout with a 6 SCU 3x1x2 near the rear door, and then 40 SCU 4x5x2 in the main cargo area. So you can use a couple of 24 SCU boxes, but then you're going to be filling with a whole bunch of twosies for 10 boxes total. Now, when we get to the 50 to 100 SCU range, you'll get a trio of ships that will really shine for you. The first is the Hull A with 64 SCU, but the real story of that is that it is 4 16 SCU boxes. Snap, 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 snap from wherever you are, and you're good to go. The Spirit C1 has the same 64 SCU, but just 2 32 SCU boxes, but you need to kind of slide them up the middle of the hallway and then shift them to the side. I'd be willing to guess you can snap in the 4 16 SCU boxes to the outside of a Hull A faster than you can thread the 2 32 SCU boxes through the C1's puzzle. Still, I'd regard the C1 as a fine medium ship for self-loading cargo. Even better, though, is the Raft, whose 96 SCU capacity is 3 external 32 SCU boxes. So it's literally just 1, 2, 3 out of here. By comparison, the typical constellations with the same 96 SCU capacity take 2 of the 32 SCU boxes and then 8 Forzies to fill up the third layer of the 3-box tall cargo bay. The Corsair isn't much better. It would be great if its 72 SCU of cargo meant that it could fit 32 SCU boxes, but no, its 3 SCU high cargo bay means that 2 24s and 6 4s are the best loadout. A big disappointment in this category is the first cargo ship I owned, the Freelancer. The middle cargo bay can hold 6 twosies, but it's almost impossible to get them through the door. Then the main cargo deck can fit 1 32 SCU box, but then it needs 4 Forzies and 2 twosies to fill out the rest. Better just let the pros handle this one. Next up is the 100 to 300 SCU capacity freighters. And sadly, there are no standout efficient loadouts like the Raft or the Hull A. The Freelancer Max is just as inefficient as the base Freelancer, just twice as wide, and the Taurus is just as inefficient as the other constellations, but twice as long. The Mercury Star Runner also shares a 3 SCU high main cargo bay, and so those 24s will fill out the bottom, and then you need 9 Forzies on top. And then the not-so-secret bay to the side suffers from a small, awkward entrance. The Starfarer and Starfarer's Gemini's 291 SCU is really complicated to load out with these 2 side wings and a middle area that's much higher than the door. The 2 side areas could be filled with 1 24, 1 16, 2 4s, 5 2s, while the center could be filled with 4 24s, 6 4s, 25 2s, and 5 1s, presuming you can work around all the spaces. Yeah, definitely pay the dock workers to take care of your style fare. Now, when it comes to ships above 300 SCU, but still able to fit in a hangar, there are 3 that people think of as haulers and one they don't think of as a hauler: the 890 Jump, the Carrack, the Caterpillar, and the Hercules D2. The 890 Jump, although way overkill for a hauler, nonetheless has a 4-height cargo bay that fits 388 SCU in just 16 boxes, 832s and 816s. Very efficient, if a bit pricey. The Carrack just give up and let the stevedores handle the 464 SCU of cargo. They apparently have ways of working this ship that is unavailable to us other folks. The Caterpillar is divided into 5 separate cargo holds. The nose can handle 3 16s, 4 4s, and 8 2s, while each of the middle sections can hold 4 24s, 12 2s, and 4 1s. The Caterpillar's wide rows of side doors and shipboard tractor beams make sure a lot of easy access to it, but if you're needing to put a 32 SCU container on board, there's little and no place to do it without it hanging out the side of the ship. So for general hauling, leave loading and unloading of the Caterpillar to the pros, unless you have a very large crew of helpers. So that brings us to the Hercules. Of the C2, M2, and A2, only the C2 has a 4-high cargo bay. And if you haven't noticed the pattern yet, even numbers are more efficient than odd numbers. 22 of the 32 SCU boxes and 28 twosies for the 696 SCU. So to recap, from smallest to on up, the ships that shine brightest in the self-loading from cargo elevators are Pisces, Cutter, Hull A, Spit C1, Raft, Hercules C2, and with a bit of an asterisk, the 890 Jump. Fly safe, keep it real, I'll see you in the verse. This is Ray with Ray's Guide. Finally, an update on our Grow the Channel ship giveaway. We continue to make progress towards awarding some lucky player the Zippy Zazzy Zaftiv Zephyr, the Zeus 2 cargo, as well as toward the marvelous multi-user, multi-role mining meta, the Arasta. 1 entry per video. Just be a member for automatic entry, or subscribe and comment with the secret word. And the secret word for this video is a ship that can quickly load 96 SCU in just 3 boxes. Fly safe, keep it real, and I'll see you in the verse. This is Danny Raymond for Ray's Guide.